scano, onion. Hello everyone. Today we're going to be making cabbage roll soup. For this recipe, you'll need half a head of cabbage, 1 tube of ground beef, 1 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of paprika, 1 onion, 2 carrots, 2 stalks of celery, 3 cloves of garlic, 1 carton of beef broth, 1 can of tomato sauce or pasta sauce, 1 can of diced tomatoes, and 1 cup of rice. You will need a crock pot, knife, cutting board, pot, pan, and measuring cups for this recipe. To start off, we're going to finely chop our onion, celery, and carrots. Next, we're going to chop up 4 cups of cabbage. This is about half of one. You can cut up your cabbage into small pieces or large pieces, just depending on preference. And just a reminder that the cabbage will wilt while cooking. Next, you can go ahead and grab a pan and turn it on a medium-high heat, and then add your ground beef. Next, just break up your ground beef and cook it until it's done. Drain your ground beef in a can or a jar. And put your ground beef back on the stove, and now add your vegetables minus the cabbage, and you're gonna saute that until soft. Add 1 teaspoon of the Worcestershire sauce, and while that's cooking, you can get your crock pot all set up. This is what your mixture should look like when it's all done. Now you can go ahead and add that mixture to the bottom of the crock pot. Add 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of oregano, half a teaspoon of basil, and 1 teaspoon of paprika. Go ahead and add in your can of diced tomatoes and your pasta sauce or tomato sauce, your 4 cups of cabbage, add 1 full cup of your beef broth. You will be adding more later as well. And lastly, add in your 3 cloves of garlic and mix it all together. And now you have a few options. You can choose to do 8 hours on low, or you can also choose to have 4 hours on high. At the halfway point, open your lid and give your mixture a good stir. At this point, you can also choose to add in some more beef broth. I added about an extra cup or a cup and a half. At about half an hour until done, you're going to make your rice. Add 1 cup of rice and 1 3/4 cup of water to a pot and boil. Once boiled, stir, cover, and reduce heat to a medium-low. Now you can go ahead and add your rice to your soup. Keep in your fridge for up to 3 days, or there's always the option to freeze it. Enjoy!